I'm Jason Klamm, and this is the Comedy on Vinyl podcast.
Well, welcome to Cynic's Choice, the best of the radio programs that I've presented in the Los Angeles area now for the last 7 years. I'm glad you can join us. I hope you'll enjoy this recording of British comedy and music, in which we're going to present some of the most popular pieces, some of the items most frequently requested on Cynic's Choice. I'm Brian Clewer, your host every Sunday for these radio programs, and I hope that now that you have a recording that you can play it frequently every day of the week. So join us for Cynic's Choice.
The year is approximately 1971. The album, the best of Cynic's Choice. The artist, Brian Clewer, presenting a number of other artists. And my guest is Michael Clewer. Thank you so much for letting us come into the shop, the Continental Shop here in Santa Monica.
My pleasure.
So this is a thing I know so little about. I'm here to explore. I love English comedy. This is a compilation of English comedy, English music. Your father had a show on local LA radio for 20 plus years, is that right?
Closer to about 40. No.
Really?
Until 2005, I think.
Wow, okay. Wow. So, but was it the same kind of thing?
It varied slightly over the years.
Mm-hmm.
When he was on one station down in, it was broadcast out of El Monte, he had two shows. Mm-hmm. One was Cynic's Choice, and then followed by From London with Music.
Oh, all right.
Which basically dealt with old... the British big bands.
Okay, that's awesome. That's wonderful. So what was it like? So we talked. What was funny is we're emailing back and forth, and then I didn't realize you're his adopted son. Doesn't change anything at all, but it does change, like, I guess, a little bit in terms of like how long you knew him, obviously. But
yes.
What was the influence? What was the household like with this incredibly? I mean, he's an Englishman.
It was very useful. I mean, we got invited to all of the consulate parties. Basically, while the Conservatives were still in power during the Thatcher years.
Right.
John Major, and then we were sort of persona non grata with the Labour.
Okay.
When that change came into effect, as were a lot of the old.
Sure.
The old guard who'd been at all the parties. So we got to meet Charles and Diana.
Jeez.
Edward and Sarah.
Wow.
Prince and Andrew. We got to meet most of them.
Yeah.
I walk into Lowry's without a reservation and be seated right away.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
It's quite useful.
Did he so what was his point? What was his goal in doing Cynic's Choice?
Radio was his true love.
Mm-hmm.
He started during his stint in the army with Radio Luxembourg. Mm-hmm. And then he was sent down to the Middle East and broadcast in Jordan.
Wow.
Tel Aviv, and so got around quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And then after his army years, he was in advertising.
Okay.
He'd gotten his degree at the University of London.
All right.
And his first job was at Rank. Mm-hmm. Great memories of the first day on the job, walking in the front door. As he was going in, behind him at the street was a limousine. And there was Gene Simmons being let out of her limousine.
Wow. That is crazy.
The female Gene Simmons.
The female version.
Yes.
Right. Wow.
And it was quite amusing when we moved down to Santa Monica 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. is at that point Gene Simmons was living locally, and she'd come in for her kippers and steak and kidney pies and things. And once again, he'd hold the door open for her. She became a very dear friend over the years.
So was his when he started doing this show? Was it a matter of here's the stuff I really love? I just want you guys to hear it.
Basically, it was always what's termed a vanity program. It never had a full sponsorship except for the shop, which was himself anyway.
Sure.
He after he left London in about 58 and moved to Canada.
Okay.
Thought it would be better weather in Toronto, but that didn't turn out to be as he'd planned. So he moved down to Los Angeles and stayed here. He came here in about 62, 63. And he'd been doing a similar radio show up in Toronto for a few years. And it just went on from there.
Yeah.
He had the show. The owners of the Continental Shop were also British, and were advertising on his show. Then they retired and just asked him if he wanted to buy the shop.
Wow.
So, for I think $1,500, he did.
I love it.
As they got out of advertising and kept working in the shop, and then he also started the travel division of the shop, which at one time had about 20 people working in it.
Really? Wow. It's acting like as an active travel agency?
Very active, yes.
Wow.
So, I mean, they would deliver tickets to local customers around the Ambassador Hotel.
That's crazy. I guess for most, I should point out for anybody listening who's not in California or in Los Angeles specifically, pretty big English expat community in Santa Monica specifically, right?
Huge.
What's the reason for that other than the weather?
It was after the war. It was the brain drain on Britain with the aerospace industry.
Yeah.
So tens of thousands of Brits who were making planes during the war didn't have any jobs after the war. And at that point, Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, Hughes, all the big aircraft companies along the coast were hiring.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And so they all settled in Santa Monica.
Yeah. So there, and I am surprised though, because I frequent these kinds of shops, that I had never been to this one. Like maybe just because it's not off of 3rd Street or something, and I just for whatever reason missed it. But it's first of all big shop. Yeah. You've got more variety than a lot of places. I love that it's been here for a while too. Like I just love that it's like
we're lived in.
Yeah. It's good. I love it. It's great. Have you? I mean, I sent you the MP3 of this, but have you heard that? Have you heard this through? Yeah.
Well, I had gave me a copy of it back in '81 when we met. Played it many times.
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting because I think my expectation again, based on the cover, this is actually this art, I couldn't find the artist, but this art is on the website too, right? This gentleman, this very English gentleman with a hot foot. It's a mix of comedy and, of course, of music, of English music. So
except for the opening and closing credits.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Him doing his
Mozart. Yeah.
Which is great. I actually like. The interesting thing is too, if you listen towards the end, the very end, he said, he'd like it to be a series, and that would have been fantastic. We were talking about there's some so there's a Benny Hill sketch on here. There's not a lot of comedy for the folks that are listening in for that. I will play clips from it, but we have talked about Hoffnung before on the show, like the album that the Bricklayer story comes from, and then there's a couple other bits, including a Benny Hill sketch, which is seemed he liked the body stuff. Like some of these are a little more over the top, and I love that.
They were, yes. I mean, he was playing the Goon shows.
Oh, that's great.
With Peter Sellers, Harry Seacombe, Spike Milligan. They'd been broadcast here in the 50s.
Yeah.
But a lot of people had not heard them.
Right.
He introduced them to the Los Angeles audience.
Sure.
And with the shop, he was importing all the BBC LPs.
Oh, that's so good.
You basically could go into the Continental shop and see more BBC LPs than you would find in a BBC shop in London.
Right.
Let's go back to medieval days. We're back in a castle at the end of the Crusades. A not too successful an end, for the lord of the castle has come back, complete with suit of armour, to find his wife waiting for him somewhat anxiously.
Try and hold still, darling, there's a dear, otherwise we'll never get the damn thing off. Thank God, that's probably the locksmith now. I'll go, darling. You sit down and rest for a moment.
Good morning, Squire. You sent for me?
Yes, thank goodness you've come. You are the locksmith.
That's right, Squire. Chudley's cast on chastity belts at your service.
Yes, well, come in.
Incidentally, if you don't mind me saying so, Squire, I like that armour you're wearing, mate. Lovely splash of colour that Red Cross makes on the breastplate there, sir. You've been out fighting them even wogs, haven't you?
Yes, but I didn't ask you around to talk about the war. You see, it's my wife. She's
say no more, Chief. I know what's happened. You gone and lost the key, haven't you?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I have, yes.
Don't worry, you're not the only one, Squire. We've been getting called out night and day since you blokes started coming back, I'll tell you.
Yes, well, I called you because I thought you might have a spare.
Yeah, look, sir. If we went around making spare keys, it'd defeat the whole purpose of the exercise now, wouldn't it, really? Be perfectly honest now.
Yes,
Come on, straight up, be honest now, come on.
I suppose it would, yes.
Now, before I touch anything, Squire, just one point. Can you prove you're the lady's husband?
Of course I can prove it, yes.
All right, just checking, Squire. Only some people will try anything, especially women. Incidentally, where's the good lady?
Through here.
All right.
Darling, it's the man from the...
Well, hey, caught in the act, eh? Having a go yourself there, eh, love?
The majority of the videotape stock that we still have has not been released on DVD.
That's crazy.
So it still retains its value.
Yeah, of course.
For people who have the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it has been released on DVD, for some people who just like to watch 30 minutes of it at night and then hit stop and still have it in the same place rather than having to skip forward on their DVD player.
That's so funny. I mean, it really served the community like that. Was that... Do you think his radio show was for that as well? Just serve the English folks?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was his first love, even more than his wives, I think, sometimes. But he had a personal record collection of, I have to say, over 2,500 albums.
Oh my!
They ranged the gamut from strict tempo dance music, the latest West End shows, and comedy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very rare LPs in that collection.
What happened to them?
They're sitting boxes.
Oh my God! Oh, you probably saw the hairs go back on the back of my neck. Oh my Christmas! That's amazing. That's got to be a fantastic collection.
It certainly takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. Yes. No, I don't doubt it.
It's just finding the time to sit down, organize it once again, and catalog it is difficult.
Yeah. So this is like the love of an obsessive. It sounds like he's a bit of an obsessive.
I mean, for one thing, having been at Rank and other things that he'd done in London, he personally knew quite a few of the people involved in the broadcasts.
Okay, sure.
He knew a lot of the comedians back in the 60s and 70s.
That's great.
And 50s. I remember one time we went to one of the Academy events, and Anna Lee the actress was sort of struggling to get up the stairs. And Brian just went over to her. She recognized him, and they just went up the stairs together.
Yeah.
Brian under one arm and helping her up.
Yeah.
Yes. And Gracie Fields and her husband came to the shop to visit him. They were staying at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills. And the shop at that time was at the Ambassador Hotel.
Okay.
Gracie and her husband, who were about 80 at the time, walked all the way from Beverly Hills down Wilshire in the summer
Oh, no.
to the Ambassador Hotel.
Wow.
And then walked back.
Well, that's,
Yes. They wouldn't take a taxi.
That's so funny. That is. Did he? I know you did say earlier that that some of the he would sell the records out of the shop, right?
Yes.
And he'd obviously sold BBC records too. So was it like? Was it a matter? Did he have like the English stuff cornered for a bit? Were there any other shops? Because I've never seen that kind of stuff in the other shops.
We were the only ones with the records.
Okay.
And then when videotape first came out, he was bringing them in from the UK.
Yeah.
And we were the first with video, and only with videotapes. The other shops in town, the first was Tudor House, which closed about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
They were started down here in Santa Monica. Their specialty was their tea room and a small grocery.
Right.
And then the King's Head,
Yeah.
which is attached to the pub.
Yes.
So
Right.
their specialty was finer giftware. So
Right.
we each had our grocery and then a specialty.
And one specialty. That's
Yes.
that's
So
good.
it kept relations fairly friendly.
Sure. No, I don't doubt it. Do you know why he called the show Cynic's Choice? I do like that he ends it by saying, in a world of, I don't remember exactly how he put it, a world of idealism or something to that effect. Make sure sentimentalism. Make sure that you stay
in
a
a
cynic.
very sentimental world.
Yeah.
Remember to stay truly cynical.
It sounds like a character, but was that actually him?
A very
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah.
We actually had his closing statement put on his tombstone.
Really? That's amazing. That's perfect.
You can look him up on Find a Grave, and there he is.
That's wonderful. So was that like? I think that's the thing is like the American perception of cynicism is a little very different from what the English perception of cynicism is. So what was that to him? What was that? What was it? How was he a cynic?
I honestly don't think he really was.
Okay.
It was that side of him was a little bit put on for the show.
Sure.
And customers.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have given the shirt off his back to you if it came down to it.
Sure.
But I mean, he was a great lover of all things British, and so wanted to promote what he thought was one of the best aspects of British culture, which was the comedy.
Yeah.
Especially at that period.
Yeah.
I mean, they were worlds ahead of what was coming out of the U.S.
For sure. Yeah.
Stand-up, TV, radio.
Was it a matter of if you hung out with him, was he playing this stuff? Like, would he be like sit you down and have you listen to a record or what? Or no?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. His brother, Colin, his youngest brother, would ship over the latest shows. I mean, like when Cats opened in London, a week after the LP came out there, Brian had it in the shop and was playing excerpts from it on the show. And then every Sunday at dinner, we'd hear the entire LP of Cats.
Wow.
And then Les Miserables.
Uh-huh.
You sort of grow to hate them.
Right. No, I bet.
After the 15th playing of it.
Mm-hmm. But so obsessed was he that it didn't matter. It got better with each play, probably.
Yes.
Wow.
And he would... he had the skits memorized from the LPs. He had a brilliant mind. Mm-hmm. The amount of sketches he could recite was quite tremendous.
Did he write or perform anything himself, comedy-wise?
He occasionally would do stand-up.
Really?
Just, doing sketches from the show.
Really?
Yes.
I love it.
And he could do the Bricklayer's Story as well as Hoffman.
That's amazing.
And then later on, one of the most popular sketches that was ever on the show was What Goes Up Might Come Down.
I don't know if I know that one.
It was done by a former British airport control operator.
Okay.
About all the mishaps.
Oh, God.
Yes. It started out on a cassette tape, and then I think it's now out on CD.
Okay.
One late night DJ in, I think, Cleveland would play it.
Oh, really?
And then give credit to Brian and the Continental Shop.
That's
great. If you want to get the recording of it,
that's
call
perfect.
the Continental Shop in Los Angeles.
Well, now look, you and Edie go and hide, and Frida and I'll go back and count up to 20, and then we'll come and find you. See?
Oh, all right then. Come on, Lofty. I'll tell you what we'll do.
Well, here we are back at camp, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
Shall I start counting?
No.
Well, aren't you interested in playing hide and seek then?
No.
You're more interested in something else, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You got that look in your eye. Well, I'm only a helpless girl. I can't stop you. Well, now you've got your arm around me, what are you going to do?
We're going to lift you off that picnic hamper and have Lofty's individual fruit pie. I love them individual fruit pies, I do.
Oh, Harry!
Where else did the show play?
It was just basically Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was? Okay.
And when I first met him, he was doing it on KFAC, which at that time was the local classical music station. He had started out in Beverly Hills and a few other stations when it was easy to rent space.
Yeah.
Especially on a Sunday morning when everybody was in church.
Right.
Which in the 60s, 80% of the population was.
Sure.
So but as the LA market became so popular and radio stations were selling for $10 million,
Oh, right.
it got more and more expensive to rent the time. And the stations were getting more and more obscure and weaker signals.
You know what's interesting is like I would love to know like who heard the show in terms of like it was probably mostly English people listening, maybe, but I bet there were a lot of people
there were a lot of Americans.
Yeah, like I bet he exposed a lot of people to some comedy that I take for granted.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I remember, and over the years we'd hear from customers who had one of them had recorded every single show since he first heard it back sometime in the 60s.
Yeah.
And he was out in Whittier. And when Brian left KFAC, which had a fairly strong signal, he built a radio tower in his backyard just to get the show. But he had thousands
Yeah.
of tapes.
Do you know who that was? Do you have any
I
idea?
cannot remember his name.
Oh my god! Because that's the thing too, is looking him up online. There's not enough information about him at all, except for a few people like trying to find the shows. You know,
I mean, he was one of those rarities. He would do the show live. KFAC had an engineer assigned to the show, Pablo Garcia, who's still around. And still keep in contact with him. And Brian would just run the whole board himself. Pablo would just sit there for the 2 hours and have a coffee break.
That's hilarious. Wow.
So he knew all the ins and outs of the studio. And then after KFAC, I think the next station he could still do live. And then after that, he was recording it at home. He'd recorded on reel-to-reel tape.
Okay.
And then downloaded onto cassette. Because it was the stations could play the cassette easier than reel-to-reel. And so those tapes, either the stations discarded or he recorded over.
Oh man, that is too bad. And it's interestingly regional for being LA, but it's also of another region entirely, which I think is kind of great. It's a very specific type of show. Now, what do you know, like, what the interest was? Were they like, oh, you know what, nobody's ever pitched us an English show? Like, do you have any idea, like, why they accepted it? I think it's a great idea for a show, but I would love it now if somebody was doing this.
I doubt if there's a week that goes by that somebody doesn't ask.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the show, or I know Brian's gone. Have you ever thought about?
Right.
Have I ever thought about resurrecting the show? And it's a lovely tribute to my dad.
Yeah.
But it would be a difficult thing to start up again.
For sure. No, it would. It would. You could do it as a podcast, but that doesn't necessarily mean it would be easy.
Right.
You know, podcasts are not the easiest. Well, I lie. The way I do it, yeah, they're pretty simple. But do something like that where it's very carefully curated that's the thing. That's a lot of work.
Other than the work, I mean, you have to make sure that whatever media one uses to broadcast has the proper licensing,
right,
and pays the fees.
Yeah, that's the hard thing too. Is I was just thinking of the math of it. Like, that's a lot of years to be putting out a clip show of sorts, you know. So now, would he ever do the same thing he did with a musical, but with like a comedy album? Would he make anybody sit and listen to comedy?
Once in a while.
Or was that more of a thing for him, do you think?
It was more his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because we could always listen to the comedy albums.
Sure.
But
okay, so he was
when it was the musicals, you know, it was something new and different.
Did he expose you to any English stuff that you didn't already know about? I mean, I don't know what your exposure to English comedy was before you met him.
I would say so. I mean, the Goons were a little bit before my time. So got to hear those from him, and Tommy Cooper, Frankie Howard, Tony Hancock, all the classic TV shows.
So, like you say, it was like you called it like a vanity project. So this would be, and this was a vanity press, like by definition. He had it printed up himself, right?
Exactly.
Do you know what the run was? Like how many he had printed up?
Oh, probably about. I think the minimum he could have done was probably 1,000.
Right, that's what I would have assumed. That would explain why they go for so much online. They're actually, they're not necessarily easy. I lucked out, like I said. I got this at a library sale in a box for $3. You know, I got a $3 box of records. Yeah, I know.
I just saw one on Amazon for $35.
Yeah. I was looking too. I'm like, Wow, that's great, and it's autographed. I did not mention it is it is autographed by the Chief Cynic, as he calls himself on this. Best wishes from the Chief Cynic, which I think is fantastic.
I think the autographed ones, the last time one I saw was in the $70 range.
Really? Jesus. Wow. Did he ever think about? Okay. Do you know if he ever thought about either doing other editions of this or putting this on CD or anything like that?
He thought about CD, but at that time he was winding down the show because he'd developed cancer in his throat.
Oh, okay, jeez.
And with treatment, he did not feel that his voice was good enough for broadcast quality anymore.
Yeah.
So it was costing about $48,000 a year to rent 1 hour a week.
Wow. That's a commitment. I mean, that's the crazy thing. Like, that is, again, all we're doing is painting a picture of a committed, and when I say obsessive, I'm an obsessive, so it's a compliment. Like, I think it's, I don't know, it's something incredibly admirable to just keep doing that every week if it means that much to you. You know, it's not just a nostalgia thing at that point either.
It was an advertising output for the shop.
Sure.
I remember being at the shop on Sundays during the show, and it'd be playing in the background, and he would do an advertisement for travel. And when he said call the number to inquire about, at that point we were running charter flights to the UK during the summers, and when he said call, the entire phone bank would light up.
Wow.
And I think we had 10 or 12 lines at that point.
Jeez.
And every single line was on hold.
Wow.
While the agents could scroll through them. And people held.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's simultaneously this great, like, this work to, like, kind of chronicle, here's some great pop culture or some great culture from England. And also it's like, hey, by the way, here's what you love about back home. And by the way, you know how you can get back home.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people might call it cynical, but I think it's just smart.
He was a brilliant advertising person.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And then when he was getting into travel, he was working for one of the big travel operators back in the 60s. And so he'd take 50, 60 people down to Buenos Aires.
Wow.
Along with one other agent, and they'd have a great time.
Yeah, I bet.
Or stories of one woman who's come in several times since he's passed. Was on a trip that he did to the Holy Land and Middle East. And on that tour was Ann Miller.
Really?
In all her glory back in the probably late 60s. And or maybe even into the 70s. Not quite sure. But no matter where they were, she showed up 15 minutes late. Perfectly coiffed, made up.
Of course.
Dressed to the nines. Never wore the same outfit twice.
That's funny.
And
wow.
Getting off the plane, she was always the last one. Descending the stairs while everyone waited.
Of course. Oh my God, that's perfect.
About 10 pieces of luggage.
Now there are many families of title and a great position of esteem in the United Kingdom. One of them is the family of Lord Oxshott. You might not have heard of Lord Oxshott. Perhaps after this next recording you will have more respect for this family of ancient title in Britain.
Yes, my name is Lord Oxshott. I shall never forget that day. It was a cold winter's night in the summer of '47. It had rained all day and I was bailing my room out. I worked fast, spooning the water into my drinking mug. A dear little thing with rabbits painted on it. My mother had given it to me on my 21st birthday. I wondered how she would take the news of my engagement. I know I must tell her soon, but I didn't want to upset her. And Father, what would he say? How would I break it to them? I decided to go down to my father's study and tell him now, this very minute. I stood motionless outside of my father's study, listening. I was wondering whether to disturb him. He was reading, I could tell that by the snores. I knocked at the door.
Yes, who's that?
It's me.
Oh, come in. Ah, Jeeves, I was just going to ring for you.
Father, I'm not Jeeves. It's me, your son.
Don't answer back, Jeeves. Go and tell my son I want to see him.
Yes, Father.
Okay, so on here there are... Okay, we've got... Yes, obviously it's a Mozart theme to the show. It's very peppy. Very peppy, I like it.
Plus, that was one of Flanders and Swans.
Okay.
That
there you go.
was also used by... The tune was
smart.
used by Flanders and Swan.
Yeah.
So it did a double duty.
That's perfect. Then we've got Elizabethan Serenade.
It had to be... The only one he would ever use was that recording with that specific trumpeter.
That's funny. Wow. I mean, a lot of people like now. I mean, if people are trying to sound English and funny, they'll, you can use Monty Python's theme all you want, and people do still sometimes, which is weird to me because it's like, no, that seems like the Monty Python theme to me. It's just so weird, It's hard to get around that. Yeah, I what I'll do is I'll make sure and put clips in here. It's hard to comment, I think, on instrumental pieces or on these long, sort of majestic, very nice, but.
I mean, he would only run so much of it and then fade it out. But I mean, the second you heard the trumpet go, I mean, you knew you were in for an hour of Cynic's Choice. Even to this day, if I'm playing a classical station and they're doing Mozart,
you'd expect that voice to come up any second now, right? That's funny. I was actually, in listening to it, I was also listening specifically for accent, and I could not pick his accent out.
It was a cultured voice that in Britain they tweaked the radio announcers to a sort of BBC standard.
Sure, okay.
Which was slightly more proper than the Queen. No offense to the Queen.
Sure.
At that time, it was announcer standard, where it wasn't quite... You couldn't quite place it in Britain.
Yeah.
Except definitely not Wales or Scotland.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely somewhere in southern England.
That's funny.
But,
I'm trying... Okay.
Sorry. I listened to his brother. And it's similar, but not. You can still hear the regionalism.
Right. Do you know? I mean, going back, was there any entertainment in his family, or why? Do you know why radio was so important to him?
His mother had done some performing when it wasn't particularly considered proper.
Sure.
For a young late Victorian lady to to do it. But she always had a little saucy side to her. It was great fun. But he got it from her.
Seems to be the way. It's not uncommon.
No.
Charlie Chaplin, same thing.
True.
Yeah, what what it would be good to do is if people haven't heard this album, first of all, you're probably not going to be able to find it, and that's not me bragging. It's just saying it's going to be very difficult for you to find. But I can at least put the track listing up, and I will definitely put clips in the album. But if people can somehow get their hands on this, do you think this is a good snapshot of like the English mindset in Los Angeles in 1971? Does that seem accurate? What do you think?
Fairly accurate for the period. Mm-hmm. If he'd been able to do more, I know that there would be a lot of other acts that he would have included.
Yeah.
Anna Russell and the immortal Wagner sketch.
Sure.
Joyce Grenfell. There were so many.
Yeah.
That you always knew which ones were his favorites because it was like every spring there'd be this Joyce Grenfell hour with all of her little school children. And then another little song about spring is springing with little boys' pimples popping. You know, it was, I've been trying to find that album for years, ever since. And even when he was alive, he couldn't remember which one it was.
Really?
On.
That's hilarious.
And then there were the Talented Sheep.
What is that? I don't know that.
Oh, they were the singing sheep. And you would just hear this bawing of a tune. Unfortunately, it's like you start thinking about it and you're listening to it and you're laughing for the next half hour.
Yeah.
Uncontrollably.
That's amazing.
I mean, there were so many great shows. When the Christmas at the Music Center in Los Angeles started, he volunteered his time to host it.
Really? Okay.
And he did that for like a good 10, 15 years, all by himself, until Hahn retired. Because Hahn had started it. And when Hahn left, all the people who'd been producing it, directing it, just sort of all got pushed out.
Oh, okay.
Then it was everyone would get 10 minutes to host, and you just sort of, okay, we don't want you anymore. All the egos started getting into play.
Sure, that's how it happens.
I remember one year, some act had a catastrophe, and they couldn't get their risers to stay together, and so he was alone covering dead air for about 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
On TV, doing just continuous banter.
Oh my God.
Doing sketches from the show.
Wow. I like that he had that ammo.
I mean, how many other people could you find?
Sure.
Who would be able to cover that much
40
dead time?
minutes of dead air. Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Ricky Gervais, yes.
Sure, maybe,
I mean,
yeah.
We all saw that at the Diana tribute.
Right, yeah.
They would, for KCET, the at that time local PBS station, they in the 60s and 70s they'd have an auction to support their fundraising.
Yeah.
And he would volunteer time to that, to auction items for a couple of hours. And so he was always front and center in supporting the British community.
Yeah.
I remember he helped organize a huge fundraiser down at the King's Head pub for Terry Thomas.
Oh, really?
When he was broke. And quite ill.
Okay.
And they raised something like $25,000-$30,000 for Terry. And when they sent it to him, his wife took the money and ran.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So they organized
Jeez.
a second one, and got him more money.
Wow.
At least it went to Terry Thomas that time.
Right. I didn't know that he. I guess it makes sense. So he lived here, Terry Thomas did, or did no? He was just doing the right thing.
He was a major figure in
Sure.
British comedy,
and so he knew about
obviously.
it. So Brian knew about it, and he just said,
Brian
"Let's
knew about
take care
it,
of it."
and,
Wow.
I mean, he had worked here in Hollywood.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think Brian, of course, would have known him.
Sure. Yeah. That's so crazy. I mean, that's incredibly generous. And it's also generous, of course, to the people who probably regave the same amount of money. I feel like, when we talk about albums on the show, it's usually something that you can access. And I feel like in this case, it might be more of a, I want to do a call to people. If you have recordings of these shows, it would be great if an archive existed.
It would be,
you know? And I would be happy to help organize that because it's not dissimilar to what I'm doing. I'm just, I get to ramble on for an hour with a guest, and then talk about an album. Whereas he could put up more clips than I would do. I obviously don't want to get in trouble for putting any clips. I don't have a radio station. But I think it would be great to, at the very least, ask people out there, if you're listening to this, if you know anybody who listened to the show or you listen to it yourself, it would be real. Just get in contact with me. And then any information I find out, I'll obviously pass on to you, because I'm sure you would be interested too.
Very.
Yeah.
And I think I only have... No, I have a CD that one customer had made.
Really?
And of a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do have the last show still on reel-to-reel.
Really? Wow.
If I could figure out how to work the reel-to-reel.
Uh-huh.
And connect it to...
I do know somebody who's very good at that
stereo
stuff.
System.
So you let me know, but
Okay.
I know an archivist who does all this stuff daily. Because I would actually love to hear any shows. Because a full show would be fun. Nobody's posted even a single full show online.
No.
And it's impossible to find. But if you can find the Best of Cynic's Choice by Brian Clewer, listen to it. Tell me you found it. Let's make sure to tell people where they can find the Continental Shop, either online or in person.
The Continental Shop is at 1619 Wilshire Boulevard, Santa Monica, California. Telephone number is 310-453-8655.
All right. And the website is?
Website is www.thecontinentalshop.com.
Easy enough. Well, first of all, thank you so much for doing this.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
This is a lot of fun to talk about, and I'm going to make this at least temporarily. I'm going to make this one of my little missions, because I want to find some people. I want to find some people who've heard. I just want to hear the show. It's my curiosity. This is purely, selfish of me, but I want to hear some shows.
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening very much, and as always, have a good thing. Comedy on Vinyl is a production of Stolen Dress Entertainment. It is produced by Mike Warden and is hosted and edited by Jason Klamm. Our theme song was composed and performed by Richard Levinson. Please visit stolendress.com to listen to our other podcasts, read our blogs, read our tweets, watch our videos, and read our books. Please subscribe on iTunes, and if you like us, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. You can find us on Facebook.com/ComedyOnVinyl, Twitter @ComedyOnVinyl, and find everything else at ComedyOnVinyl.com. A major portion of Comedy on Vinyl has been underwritten by Stand Up Records. Please visit StandUpRecords.com for all your comedy needs, and tune into the new Stand Up channel available on the Roku, where you can also find select episodes of this podcast. Oh, hi, I'm Jason Klamm.
Gazizza, I'm Alan Rickard.
Your last name is Rickard?
And we are the hosts of Dispatches from Port Awesome, a news radio podcast.
This is Jason again. I host the well-reputed...
Reputed. This is Alan.
Reputed Comedy on Vinyl podcast, as well as some others. Alan, though.
I've been on some podcasts, also I'm an actor, and have been for nigh on several years.
The important part, though, is that while we're close friends, we found a bond when we discovered that we both loved the greatest sitcom of the 90s.
Possibly of all time.
I won't refute that. The podcast will go through the entire series, from episode 1 to episode 97.
We'll be talking with other fans of the show, people who worked on the show, and you.
That's right. You can email your questions about the show, and I'm not kidding here, to freakzilla@scopenet.com. That's right. We'll either try to get the answers for you ourselves or direct from the people who put the show together.
It's a dream come true. You can also call and leave a voicemail for us at 646-801-WNYX. If it's relevant or funny or even stupid, as long as it's news radio related, you have a good chance of it getting played on the show. Dispatches from Fort Awesome, a news radio podcast.
All of this talk of aged lunch meat and ghosts has made me peckish.
Equally dumb closing quote.
God damn it, Alan.
Sorry. That's in parentheses. I shouldn't have actually said that.
Please subscribe to Dispatches from Fort Awesome on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, and write us a review. It helps. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WNYX News Radio.